Hello and welcome to another Arkis video, and this time we're doing something different as I decided to do some Race C this week. I've been hiding for long enough, haven't done Race C in ages, and I can't even remember how long it's been since I did a Race C video. This week we are at Bathurst or Mount Panorama, and we are in the Group 3 cars. We've got two mandatory tires. And this is a tough combo, especially for someone like me who is not that comfortable in Group 3 cars. But we are giving it a proper shot, and this is the highlights from the first 4 races I did on this combo. It certainly contains a bit of everything from decent to catastrophe. So yeah, hang on for that. And if you are enjoying the content, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It is highly appreciated. Now let's jump into my first race. And this was on Monday afternoon. It was a last minute decision, so I just jumped into a rental car. I had the car, but I hadn't got the time to sort it out with the tires and all that. We're starting right on the corner, just lovely, starting in 10th position, and let's just try to keep it cool. I am going to be a bit slow and nervous through turn 1, and immediately I am under pressure. I'm also getting used to the racing medium tires. I'm not going to fight this move, still just learning the limits, remembering the cold tires and the full fuel load. And yeah, I hit the wall along with the French driver up ahead. We've got the Spanish driver flying through. That was a brave move and they made it work. Now we're coming down the mountain for the first time, just really trying to be careful, get the car slowed down. Almost went into the back of the Spanish driver. We found the dip on the left hand side, and now we're just trying to power out of there. Now for Forest Elbow, and yeah, the Spanish driver picked up some penalties. I messed up that corner, but we will still get that position. But because of my slow exit, the Finnish driver is getting a run on me, and they are attempting a move around the outside, but I managed to brake late enough to hang on to this position just for now. So we are still in 10th position, and we've done 1 lap, still pointing in the right direction. So we are jumping ahead in this one, and we are jumping to lap 2. Unfortunately, I'm going to overshoot this corner. I missed the inside camber there. I also overshoot the chase. I will lose out eventually. Now I am under pressure from behind and getting a bit of a slide on. I'm not going to defend anything after all those mistakes, so just letting the Spanish driver through there, and let's just try to find some sort of rhythm. But unfortunately I missed that corner again, only slightly worse this time. Didn't pick up a penalty though. And now we are catching up to another Porsche who's really having a nightmare. We are staying on board as they just stack up the penalties as we go over the mountain. They are up to a 1 second penalty now, and as we start going down the mountain, it really falls apart for them. I think, yeah, as we go through this bit, I think they are going all the way up to 3.5 second penalty. So really not the best day for the Russian driver in that Porsche. So we are going to go past them on the straight. Really a painful place to, serving the penalty at the middle of the track. I got a bit confused there, but yeah, really painful penalty zone. We stay on board as we get a big crash up ahead. They had a bit of contact coming through the kink, and they both lost it there. So that was a couple of freebies for me, overtaking by not overtaking. So we are jumping ahead in this one. After lap 5, we come in slowly and carefully into the tricky pit lane. That was really slow, but at least we didn't end up back on the track again, overshooting the corner. And now we've got a bit of lonely driving, and we've got a yellow flag as well, so somebody lost the car. Yeah, we've got a slow car recovering from that crash there. And as we go past the pits, I jump up to P7, and we are coming around turn 1 on lap 7. So now we just need to see if we can keep this alive. And after 4 very lonely laps, we managed to finish in P7, and we managed to point in the right direction the entire race. We are jumping straight into race number 2. Still the same qualifying time. I am really struggling with qualifying pace on this one. But as mentioned, I am concentrating on just racing this week. If I grind the qualifying even more, I will heavily out-qualify myself anyway. So it's better I just stay where I am. And sorry to the driver behind me, I was rather slow coming into turn 1. We are now coming down the mountain. We somehow all made it up the mountain, and I think we are all going to survive coming down the mountain as well. And yeah, just trying to do it nice and safe. Brake early for Forest elbow. Can we keep the car? Yeah, I ran a bit wide on the exit, so I had to hold back on the power. However, now it all gets a bit chaotic. We had a driver overshooting the chase. I had a bit of contact. I need to make sure they stay on the track. They did come back on track a bit weird there, and I think, yeah, they are going for the move. So they keep that position for now. No harm done, and we just carry on. We had the Polish driver running wide there, so we gained a position anyway. We are up to P8 at the moment, and let's see what we can do from here. I almost got a run on the Supra ahead of me, but I ended up tapping into their rear bumper instead. Now I'm being chased down by Lewis on his alternate account. Lewis is a really fast driver, and I just need to keep it cool as we come down the hill. But unfortunately, as we go through the dip, my car goes light and it snaps on me. So yeah, luckily for Lewis, he got past me and no crashes. At the end of lap 3, there was a freebie for me as another car crashed there. And we've got another one for me as we come around the corner. So I am gaining some positions back. We are back up to P7. And as we get past this car serving a penalty for that incident on turn 2, I managed to stay ahead of them as well. I'm trying to be a bit more brave coming into the pits this time, but I'm still rather slow. But at least we kept it within the limits, and let's see where we end up at the end. Now we've got some other cars pitting on this lap. We've got a penalty being served there. I am gaining some positions back, and yeah, they overshot the corner behind me there, so that was unlucky for them. Now we are going past the pits, and we are going to jump up to P5 for now. And as we jump ahead, we've got a yellow flag once again. We even went briefly up to P4. However, I constantly made some small mistakes here and there. You can see I made a mistake on turn 1, and on the final lap I'm making a mistake on turn 1. Only even worse this time. Almost lost the car, so this time I just have to give up the position to the Polish driver coming there from the back. So I'm not going to fight this one. I just need to keep my own stuff together. We're coming through turn 2, and as we jump ahead, I'm afraid I am putting the final nail in the coffin as I mess up my line completely coming through the S's, and I crash into the wall and just have to give up my position. Just bringing it home. Now we finish this one in P6, and now we jump on to a rather disastrous race. We are starting in P7. We've still got some fast drivers in this one, and it all starts going downhill as I see an opportunity on the inside. I'm trying to follow Boomer and do a bit of bump drafting as well. We get a good run, but as we approach turn 2, I suddenly realize I cannot see where I'm going. I realize too late, and I brake a bit too late and go into the back of Boomer, and I sort of panic a bit. I try to get out of the way, which isn't easy on this narrow track, but I just got embarrassed and reacted instantly, but not very clever reacting by me, and I end up in the wall here as well. I just felt bad about that one, so dropping back massively, and let's just try to see if we can salvage something from here. But it's not over yet as we're coming over the mountain, and we are about to go down the mountain again. We have got some other trouble ahead. Now we are slowly but surely entering the downhill section, and we've got a car all out of shape. They are into the wall. I try to go around them, they go into me, and there's contact once again. And as we come down the hill, Yeah, you probably guessed it.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Ouch. 3 seconds for forcing another car off the track. Oh yes, that's lovely, and we've got a lot of ping pong going on ahead. I could not get involved and benefit from that one as I was serving this massive penalty. Dead last, almost dead last, we had another car dying there. I'm rather thrown off at the moment, so I'm making a lot of mistakes, but yeah, Bathurst is tough on all of us on a Monday. We had a lot of penalties going on there, and we've got another penalty ahead. So by others' misfortune, we are recovering a bit at least. Now I might as well see if I can pit after lap 4 and do a slightly longer stint on the soft tires. I am on the controller, so tire wear is a bit of an issue, but we might as well try it out in this race. Now we are having a bit of a lonely drive until we are catching up to someone who hasn't pitted yet. Fortunately, they are pulling off to the side now, and we can just carry on. And yeah, that was a bit of sliding. That's not good for the tires either. We are up to P11, at least for now, and we are jumping ahead now. I am catching up to P10, who is really struggling at the moment. I need to really be patient as we are coming up the hill, and I can see they are in trouble. I don't know if their tires are shot or what is going on, but they are certainly out of shape. Now we are approaching the downhill section, and once again, I don't really want to try anything stupid. It would be stupid to try anything, so I'm just trying to keep it cool. Almost cut the track by myself. Luckily, they decided to just surrender the position there, and we are up into P10, and we've got a laggy Turkish driver ahead. A bit of a connection issue there, so we hope we don't get involved in that. The Turkish driver is going to make a small mistake. They are running slightly wide, and yeah, we managed to sneak around the inside. We're coming up towards turn 1, starting lap 8, and we get that position as well, and maybe I can keep it all together and keep this position. We are getting towards the end of this one. My tires were very second hand towards the end because of that longer stint, but we kept P8 despite all the chaos, and now we are jumping to
The next day.
So this is a morning race from Tuesday, and this is just one of the morning races, but this ended up fairly okay. At least I was running wide on turn 1, but not as wide as that driver who lost the position there. Now I am just going to bump draft the Genesis. I don't want to fight anyone just yet. It will end up in a disaster, I'm sure, so I'm trying to keep it cool. We've got someone having a look on the inside, but backing out again, and it got all a bit awkward back there. So that gave us a bit of breathing space behind us at least, and we're just trying to follow the Genesis up over the hill. And I did get some more qualifying practice in on this one, improved a tiny bit, but still not fast, but didn't want to try to push any more out of it. I'm struggling enough already as it is with my qualifying time compared to the cars around me. You can see the car behind was getting a bit impatient with me, but we are keeping it together. Can we keep it together down the hill as well? Ooh, running a bit deep there and a bit sideways. Maybe I threw off the car behind. They ended up in the wall. The car in front of me ended up in the wall as well, and somehow we are up into P3. Let's just get the car slowed down, and we are going to jump ahead in this one. We are on lap 4 this time, and P4 is catching up to me now as I mess up coming out of turn 2, and this is a fast driver behind me, so I need to see if I can keep it cool, and at least it's a driver I know who it is. This must be an alternate account. It took me a bit of time to figure out who it was, but I see them on my friends list with a really good qualifying time, not on this account. So I am going to give up eventually, or I'm going to make a mistake eventually. But for now, we are keeping it together. I think they're just being patient behind me. And we are coming out of this difficult section. How about Forest Elbow? Maybe I'm going to mess up that one. Yeah, oh, that's sort of okay, but they are well within the slipstream range. I'm not going to fight this. There's not really much to fight. They've got the run on me. So I will just keep my line to the right, make it easy for them. That way we hopefully both can lose as little speed as possible. We are almost side by side. I'm going to brake early. Let's just make it through the chase all alive. A bit much cutting of the corner there, and I lost some exit speed. We pit after lap 5 once again, almost to a dead stop even before entering the pits, but better safe than sorry, I guess. That's the thing to practice there. And on the following lap we will see where we end up. I am still in P4 after the other cars make their pit stop, so no catastrophe has happened yet. And I think we are going to jump ahead in this one. We've got Jack behind me closing in. That's a fast driver from the US, but on their EU account. And they were closing in on me now and then, but over the mountain Jack was dropping off. He was driving in the Corvette. Maybe the tires were shot or something like that, because every time we went through the twisty section I was running away a bit, and I am not fast on this bit, so I am suspecting that the tires were really dead on that Corvette. We are coming down the mountain for God knows which time, and we are just keeping it sort of cool. This is really tricky to get right and get the car turned in at the right time. A work in progress, as it always is with me on those tricky combos in, for me, tricky cars. We are jumping to lap 9. You can see Jack is back on my tail. I have made some mistake back there, and they are closing in, but you will see once again after the mountain section the gap has opened up again. So we are doing all right for now, and as we are jumping to the end of this race, you can see the gap has opened up even more. I managed to secure my P4, gain a bit of DR, and finish with my dignity intact. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.